So now we're at the last stage of the bread making process, and that is it's finished its second proofing in the refrigerator. It's been proofing probably for about 7 or 8 hours. I'm going to use a Le Creuset bread oven, and so it has this bell-shaped lid. And how I do this is I just lay the lid on top like this, and I flip it over. And so you can see that a little bit better. And then I pull it out, and you can see it's this beautiful, it's holding its shape very well. Now the next thing that we're going to want to do in this process, now if I was using let's back up for a minute. If I was using a traditional Dutch oven, I would use parchment paper and flip it out onto the parchment paper and then set it down inside of the Dutch oven. Now, with that said, the next step is you're going to need to score the surface of your bread so that it can expand as it bakes. So I have this blade, I got it as a set, and I'm just going to about 1/4 of an inch. You want to make sure that you break the tension in the surface so that it will expand. And there are people who get really fancy with all of these cuts, and that's not me. I just make sure that I've got enough openings that the bread will expand, and I'll have a very large loaf, or it really gets large and billowy. So you do need to change your blade. I'm feeling like my blade needs to be changed. It's kind of dull. And I just want to make sure that each one of these cuts is opening up. See how that's opened up right there and expanded? I want to make sure that happens with all the cuts that I make. And that makes sure that the bread can expand in the oven. This one over here needs a little bit of help. So when you buy this, you get multiple blades. And it comes as, so I'll kind of show you real quick because I had this question today. When you get your lance, it comes just this little piece here, and then you'll get a packet of blades. And all you do is you feed this into this long hole here, and it comes out of this long hole on the other end. So I'm just going to feed that in, and then bend this back, and feed the other side in. And just be careful because usually a brand new blade is going to be a little sharp. Now it's not going to be straight. It's going to have a slight bend in it, and that's what you want. Okay, so now that I have all of my cuts made in the dough, I'm going to put the dome on right here. Now I could at this point do like an egg wash. I could add some seeds or whatever I wanted to kind of decorate the top up, but I'm not going to do that this time. So we're just going to put the dome on, and then I put it in a cold oven at 450 degrees for 55 minutes. So that's a cold oven. So I'm going to put this in the oven. I'm going to close the oven, and then I'm going to turn it on, and the bread will cook as the temperature of the oven is rising. Then it will cook for a full 55 minutes, and then we'll pull it out, open it up, and we should have some beautiful golden sourdough bread. One of the great things about bread making when you know you've gotten it right is it's got this beautiful golden color, but also it has this crackling that you can hear. Can you hear it? And that's how you know the bread has been baked to perfection. Again, wait 1 hour before you cut into it. But when you do, it's amazing for everything from sandwiches to, making breadcrumbs for salads and all kinds of stuff. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them below. I hope you've enjoyed this series on sourdough bread making.